Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back. It has been so long since I've sat down in front of my old ring light and my old Canon camera and just put on some makeup. And I felt a little nostalgic going back to my YouTube channel, this YouTube channel, and was literally cringing at my old videos, first off, I have to say. And I was this close to just completely deleting all my old videos and just starting fresh on here. But I'm like, you know what? That's where it all started. That was where I felt confident and I was kind of really discovering my love for makeup and trying products, you know, navigating how to vlog, and just that was the time where YouTube, like the beauty space, was really starting to blow up. And so you can tell if you kind of, I know, I'm telling you to go look at my old videos, and I kind of don't want to do that because it's so cringy. I'm telling you, it's so cringy. But it really reminded me that I very often was going and I was watching my favorite YouTubers, my favorite beauty YouTubers, and I was kind of mimicking them in a way of how they conducted their videos and, you know, how do I say this? How do I present the products? You know, I was very consumed with the beauty space of YouTube. I just thought it was so cool. And although I didn't really take it anywhere, obviously it's been over a year since I've last posted on here. And I think I probably should sit down and shoot a video just with a life update. I'm currently in Tennessee. So I moved from Ohio. I'm in Tennessee now with my husband, and we moved for his work, his business. I film with him full time, work with him, I travel with him, and that has consumed my time. That's my full-time job. So I've definitely neglected this beauty page, and it made me sad. You know, I really just miss filming this stuff and talking about stuff. And although I am active on my social media page, so if you don't follow me there, you should. It's just Felicia Strag Beauty. I do a lot of wear tests on there. I talk about non-toxic products, skincare. I touch on some fashion stuff as well. So if that interests you, definitely go follow me over there. I'm not sure how active I'm going to be on this channel, but this is a start. You know, this is a start. I sat down today. I wanted to film these new IlIA products that I just got, and that's what you're gonna see. I test out their foundation, their soft focus powder, and I also tried their bronzer. At the end of this video, you're going to see me checking back in, and I'm gonna let you know my final thoughts at the end of the video to let you know just the longevity of it, how it wears throughout the day. But I want to touch on PFAS. So if you're not familiar with PFAS, they're man-made chemicals, and they're often found in, you know, non-stick pots and pans, water-resistant clothing, and they're in makeup. And they're literally forever chemicals, and they're chemicals that essentially stay in your body forever. So for me, I know the way I look at non-toxic living, non-toxic products, I'm gearing more towards calling it low tox. I just want to lower the exposure of chemicals. For me personally, I know that I'm not ever going to completely eliminate chemicals or toxins. I'm going to try my best, obviously, in our home and the products I'm using. But if I can just lower the exposure, I'm good with that. So I know this conversation isn't for everybody, because there's a lot of people out there that just don't care and they're going to use what they want to use. And trust me, that was me not that long ago. I was stubborn with products. I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I was one of those people that would say, I've used this my whole life, I'm fine. But you don't know what it's doing long-term to your body. And so I've just really learned the importance. And one of the things early on that I switched was my skincare, and then immediately was starting to switch out my makeup. So IlIA is a brand that I've been talking about a lot on my beauty page on Instagram. So I'm not going to ramble on more, because I'm sure a lot of you watching this already follow me there. You already know about this brand. It's amazing. So yeah, if this interests you, me testing out these products, I give you kind of my first impressions, and then I'll check in at the end of the video and let you guys know how it wore. But if you're someone that has already used this brand, or you're new to this brand, you definitely want to watch this video, and let's get into it. Okay, so I already prepped my skin with my skincare. It's moisturized, it's ready to go for foundation. I am going to go in with IlIA's foundation. Now, like I've mentioned before on social media, I do use their skin serum. It is chef's kiss. It's so good. I rave about it all the time. So I wanted to try their foundation because I'm just curious to see if it's just as good as the serum, and I know a lot of you like more of a full coverage foundation. For me, I kind of go back and forth. I think right now, personally, I've been liking the more lightweight, minimal makeup, but there is definitely nights where I want a more full coverage look, more of a glam look with the lashes and all of that stuff. So it's gonna be nice to have a foundation on hand that is non-toxic. And IlIA does make a foundation. The packaging says it's a clean, fragrance-free, skincare powered foundation that delivers light to medium, buildable coverage with a smooth, luminous finish. This lightweight serum blurs imperfections and melts into the skin. It has a lot of awesome skincare inside the foundation, which is great. Okay, I'm gonna go in with this shade. This is SF6. It's a very neutral shade, and I'm gonna put a couple pumps right on the sponge here. And I'm just going to start on the perimeter of my face on the bottom. That's kind of like how I like to do it when I'm applying foundation, is I typically like to start like on the perimeters of my face and then work my way in. And I like to use more product on the perimeter and then use less product as I'm going in, because where I tend to get oily throughout the day is in my T-zone. And so if I have a lot of product buildup around there, especially if I'm putting my concealer there as well, then there's gonna be too much product there, and then when I start to get oily, then it tends to kind of get gunky, and I don't want that to happen. Less product around my nose, the better for me personally. And so that's why I kind of like to work that way, where I'm working on the perimeter of my face and working inward. It blended out really nicely. Like the packaging has said, it's more of a buildable coverage. So I'm not seeing a ton of coverage right now, but I know it's definitely giving me more coverage than like their serum would. It's actually a really good match. I was not sure if it was gonna be a good match because I did put a self tanner on a couple days ago. I feel like my face is a little bit lighter than my body right now, but I wasn't sure if this shade was gonna be good or not, but I think it looks pretty good. So far, it feels really nice. It doesn't feel heavy on the skin. It's not super sticky. It just feels like my skin. I'm really excited about this. I really am. It looks so good. And I mean, I will say the ring light kind of helps diffuse a little bit too, and so I'll have to look at it in natural light as well. Okay, so far, I love it. I love the way it looks. My skin just looks smooth. It looks more even, but it doesn't look like it's too much. Like it doesn't look, it's like a heavy foundation covering up my skin. If you're someone that just doesn't like the feel of makeup on your skin, or you don't like the look of too much makeup, I think you're really gonna like this foundation. You can build this up. So I only did a pretty light layer, and just with one layer of the foundation, I think it looks really good and the coverage looks great. If you wanted to, you can do another layer of foundation, but I'm gonna leave it the way it is right now just because I prefer more of a lighter coverage. But if you're someone that likes more of a medium coverage, then definitely I would suggest adding a little bit more. Now I'm gonna go in with their concealer, which I've talked about before on social media. This is their True Skin Serum Concealer. This is in the shade SC2 Yucca, which I think this might be too dark. I've been liking the highlighted look again under my eyes, so I've been going in with more of like a lighter shade under my eyes, so I don't know if this is gonna be too dark. Maybe not. But I'm just gonna go ahead and use that to highlight. I love this concealer. If you have ever tried NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer, I say it is a dupe to that. And I think it works just as well. It doesn't get in my creases. It's very hydrating, but it doesn't move or budge at all. So moving on, I have another new product that I'm gonna try out for you guys. This is their Soft Focus Finishing Powder. It's talc free. It's got, again, great skincare benefits in it. And I'm gonna test it out for you. I did try their other, it was like a radiant powder, and it was okay, but it was giving me more of like a glow or a glisten, and that's just not my jam. If you know me, you know I like more of a matte finish. Now, if I want to add some highlighter, I'll add some highlighter, you know what I mean? But I don't want my whole face to look like it's glistening or it's oily or shiny. Like I'm not the glowy, dewy makeup kind of gal. That's just personal preference. I like more of a matte finish just with my skin type. But I am going to try this powder for you. This is not This is supposed to just be like a translucent, blurring type powder. So I am not gonna do no light powder with a brush because I like it matte, like I said. I'm gonna really set my makeup. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take my damp sponge that I was just using and I'm gonna dip in that powder like that. And I'm gonna just start packing that in where we have our concealer, and I'm gonna set that. Wow. Do you guys see how blurring that is? I'm actually shook. Is that what people say these days, shook? I'm shook. That's amazing. Oh my gosh. Okay, I like this powder way more than the Radiant one. It's doing exactly what it says. It is literally blurring my skin, which is amazing. You can very well just lightly dust it, but I'm a packer. I'm a powder packer for sure. I will say there's not a lot of product in this package, which is kind of a bum because I have the Laura Mercier translucent powder. That's like my go-to holy grail powder. I've used it, gosh, for years and years and years and years. So it gives you a lot of powder. So with this, I don't know how long this is gonna last, but we'll find out. If you hear mowing in the background, that's my husband. And he just looked at me because he can see me filming right now and he's laughing, which gives me a lot of confidence right now. Thank you, husband. We're moving on to their bronzer. And I have not tried their bronzer, obviously, but I've been using Physician Formula's butter bronzer for years. And obviously it has synthetic fragrance and who knows whatever other ingredients it may have, I don't know, but I've been kind of stubborn with that and just kept it in my kit and just kept using it until I ran out of it. So I did run out of it finally and I'm like, okay, time to move on. Let's take it to the curb. Let's get a really good non-toxic one. And I was reading IlIA's reviews on their bronzer and I heard it's a really good one as well. And I'm thinking, why not? I already like all their other products. I'm sure their bronzer is great and it may be a flop. I don't know. We're gonna try it out right now. I got the shade Novelty and it says the Night Light Bronzing Powder. So it looks like this. It's a pretty big pan. So I'm gonna take a brush here and I'm going to just warm the skin up with it. Ooh. That's nice. It's a good color. It's a nice deep color for summertime. It's blending very nicely. It's super pigmented. I'm telling you, you do not need a lot of this bronzer. I'm not really contouring with it. I'm just kind of putting some life back into my skin, some warmth, some color. I'm gonna put a little bit on my nose. Guys, I think we have a winner. I absolutely love this bronzer. This might be my favorite thing I've tried so far, to be completely honest. It's such a good color. It's not too orange. I'm so happy that I can finally replace my crappy coconut smelling, fake smelling bronzer. I can actually just have like a normal bronzer that performs really well, and so I can add this into my collection. I have a lot of IlIA products, obviously. I've already used their eyeliner. It's fantastic. Their mascara is so good. I highly recommend that. Their concealer is fantastic, like I've already talked about this as well. And then also I want to touch on their eyeshadow palette. This one is the Cool Nude palette and it looks like this. Guys, pigmented, blends like butter, lasts on my eyes. It's great. It is so great. I love their little eyeshadow palettes. I'm not sure what other colors or combinations they have. I need to go and look. The only thing I don't have of theirs would be an eyebrow pencil. I'm just using like an e.l.f. one that I'm still obsessed with. But that's the only thing I feel like they're missing is a like eyebrow products. I think they have an eyebrow gel, like a tinted eyebrow gel, but I don't believe they have any other eyebrow products. So IlIA, I'm praying that you guys develop or formulate a eyebrow pencil. I prefer a pencil, but whatever, I'm down to try it. But yeah, that's basically it. So I'm going to be wearing this foundation for you guys, the bronzer and the powder. And so I'm going to check back in this evening to let you guys know how it's wearing. If it gets gunky or shiny or separates, you guys know the drill. I'll let you guys know how it wears. And I'll give you my final thoughts at the end of the video, but So far, like first impressions, great. Everything was awesome. I can't say enough good things about it. I thought it worked really well. The foundation was great. The powder was great. The bronzer was amazing. Like I said, that was probably my favorite product I've used so far. So yeah, off of first impressions, money. But like I said, I'm gonna check in a little bit and let you guys know how it's wearing on the skin, because that's what really matters. So I'll check in a little bit. Hey guys, I'm in my bathroom, obviously, getting ready to wash this makeup off. It is 8:30. I applied this foundation at about 1:30, so it's been almost 8 hours. I love this foundation. I'm not even kidding. I love this foundation. I am looking at myself in the mirror. I'm a little bit shiny, but there's no separation. It didn't get gunky on me. It's sitting really nicely on my skin, and as long as it's been on, about this time is when I'm like, okay, I cannot wait to wash my makeup off. I don't feel like that. I feel like I can continue to wear this foundation, which is such a plus for me. 2 thumbs up for me with this foundation. I think I love it just as much, if not more, than the serum, which is shocking because I love the serum. But this foundation, it's so good. I can't stop looking at my skin. Like, my skin just looks good. Like, I don't feel like I have to rush and take my makeup off, which is such a good thing. So yeah, I just wanted to check in with you guys, let you know what my final thoughts are, and my final thoughts are A+. That's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe and like this video. I appreciate it so much. And stay tuned for more videos. I did just purchase the Mad Love eyebrow stamp. That should be coming in soon, so that will be my next video. I'm so excited to test that out for you guys. And then I'm also thinking about maybe doing another Walmart haul. I have done one in the past. You guys seem to really like that. I had fun filming it, so I think that might be in the running as well for one of my other videos coming up. But definitely follow me on my social media, my Instagram, Felicia Schreich Beauty. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.